which we have developed more than 7-8 months ago, were going through various trials and corrections. So ultimately, only in May, we started volume more than 1 million pieces were sold, and Horlicks also started picking up numbers now. So those molds which were made, capacities that are created, were not used till April, May. So that's one of the reasons why the Q4 food and FMCG has dipped.
Understood, sir. So going forward, apart from ice creams, Kisan, what are the product categories that we are planning, and do we have customers onboarded for the same, or it will come as and when the capacities at Daman and Panipat come up?
No, certainly, as in the capacity set, Panipat, Daman is now deferred for a while. We are concentrating on creating tin wall capacity at Panipat now. The Panipat will be catching up for the festive season with sweet boxes and other products that are meant for various food applications. That will be starting from July, max August. So that will be the time when we will be seeing that some numbers coming in from Panipat. But I would say next financial year only, that is the next season starting from March, April, we will find good numbers coming from North. So that will be a new addition altogether because our distance is a very big negative for customers who are in the North, because their numbers and requirements happen very fast, and our transport costs and transport delays can impact them in the season. So that is why they prefer nearby suppliers. So by setting up a plant in North, we hope that a disadvantage will go and we will be able to gain a market share there.
Okay. One last question, sir. So in paint segment, apart from the existing clients, do we have any plans of onboarding new paints or new paint customer or adding capacities within the existing customers?
See, as and when the paint companies are moving towards IML, there we are ready to take them. In fact, very recently we added one client in Hyderabad itself who has shifted completely his product range into IML. And when they move to IML, our capacity utilization is better, our realization per kg is better, and they also get a superior product. So that is how we want to add. We don't want to add clients who are at very low price range and they go for screen printing or even HTL. We are trying to avoid such low cost and low end clients in the paint segment.
Okay, understood, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question comes from the line of Arnab Dev, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Sir, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sir, in Q3 you had guided volume growth for FY25 for paints around 12 to 14%. Do you maintain that guidance?
Yeah, we are looking at double-digit growth because of the lubricant, ABG's addition, which will be itself should give us 8 to 10% growth. So having sure of that ABG, even if other segment, Asian Paints and others remain at 2 to 3% or 5% growth level, we have one or two major additions in the IML segment, which is giving us some other growth numbers as a new addition. So with all this, we should be in a position to cross 10 to 12, reach 10 to 12% growth in paint this year.
Sir, one more question, sir. In terms of medium to long-term strategy, sir, are we clear on we want to play around these four categories of paint, food, tubes, and pharma?
See, actually, if you ask me, our vision is to move more and more towards pharma and food and FMCG. Not that we let go paint and loops, but wherever the pricing pressure is there, wherever the decoration technique is still age-old screen printing or labeling, we wish to move towards IML. So certainly value addition is one thing which is driving our decisions, and we see a huge opportunity in pharma. Let me explain. In pharma, I have seen in the last 6 months of our interaction with the pharma companies and their packaging departments, the feedback I got from our marketing and even in some of the calls I participated, there is no agile player like Mold Tek in pharma packaging as of today. I don't want to name them because they're all there for quite some time, and some of them are MNCs. They're doing good job at their own pace and in their own strategies. But when we see agility, what I mean by agility is new product development. Somebody need to quickly bring in a new concept in the market. The pace at which our established competitors are doing, I notice, is not really praiseworthy. That is where Mold Tek can show a difference. That is where we are trying to pitch in and talk to our clients that if you guys not only forget about your bottles and caps, if you have some other new needs coming in, you can bank on us. Because we develop the molds, we develop the 3D concepts, we develop the design concept useful to your application. And that is where we step in right from product concept to mold design, mold manufacturing, and if necessary, if there is an IML in it, IML manufacturing. So that strength is what still we are going to use as an USP to, penetrate into pharma packaging. I still see, I was not so positive when we started 6-7 months ago into pharma, but today, after interactions with the clients and what I see from my marketing people, there is more and more demand for new small variations. Need not be a complete innovation of earth to moon. It is basically small minor variations, but that require a mold change, that require a new mold to be developed quickly. So that ability in Mold Tek is what I'm sure can be a USP going forward in pharma packaging. So in my view, as of today at least, I can state that going forward we will be shifting more and more of our energies and more focus on these high value add lines like pharma and food.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, and best of luck.
Thanks.
Thank you. Next question comes from the line of Rakesh Wadhwani with Monarch AIF. Please go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, Rakesh.
Hi, sir. Thank you very much for the opportunity. And sir, first question with respect to the paint segment. First, last year we had witnessed the issue of some maintenance work with respect to Satara plant. That's why the volumes were impacted. One of the reasons that plant has come back to normalcy.
Yes, it's come back to normalcy, but one of the reasons why our numbers have dipped in Asian Paints, I explained just now, is that last year Q3 we have developed the thin wall, that is light wall, lightweight containers for Asian Paints, and those molds were developed by us in the beginning. Hence, we got better volumes in the Q3 and Q4, which later on were even manufactured by our other competitors at different locations. So when we come to this Q3 and Q4, those numbers have been distributed among 4 or 3 competitors at every location. So that is one of the reasons why we see a dip in sales to Asian Paints in the last 2 quarters.
Okay. And sir, the Asian Paint has come up with a new product, Asian Paint latex paint advertised with the Virat Kohli. That product has been developed by us.
What is the name? Sorry?
Asian Paint has come up with a new product, Asian Paint latex paint with advertisement done by Virat Kohli. Has that product been made by Mold Tek?
I'm not very sure because last 1 month I've been traveling. Whether it happened recently or can you check with Rajkumar? Virat Kohli ko is a new product launches and Asian Paints. Manona, we are supplying. I'll check and let you know.
Okay. Sir, coming to the pharma segment, so one of the key players in the pharma segment that you have also mentioned in the previous calls, Shriji Polymers, Triveni Polymers, their revenues are in the categories of 400 to 500 crore, and in the last 3-4 years, as you mentioned, they have grown strongly 25-30% because of the shift from China and because of the in-country demand. But at the end, their volumes are, the sales are 500 crore, and there are other small companies which are sub 100 crore companies. There are not many big companies in this segment. Any reason for that?
See, that is not an easy line to enter. One big barrier is the technology, the hygienic way of manufacturing practices that are being audited almost like an FDA level, but of course done by Indian companies. that requires very high-end manufacturing facilities. That is one. And consistently maintaining that facility for various audits clients come and do is something which not everybody can do. So that is why this is between some 5 to 10 companies all over across India are able to establish and run. So CG and Triveni, Pravesha, which is a house company of Aurobindo, they are three big players, and there are Gopal Das, Dr. Pack, Berry. Like that, there are about another 7-8 companies which are in the range of 100 to 300 crores turnover. So all put together, there is a demand beyond 4,000 to 5,000 crores in the 4,000 crores approximately, and growing at least 7 to 8% every year. And with Indian pharma also adopting DMF standards for their products, then the numbers can shoot up very quickly. And as you might have noticed, Mankind has made an announcement saying that even their local Indian packaging will be meeting DMF standards. So like this, once the big company starts, others have to follow suit. So if that happens, I don't know when it will happen, but over the next few years, then the numbers can shoot up. More than 20-25% growth can be anticipated. So we are in a sweet spot, getting into that in the correct time. And with our strength of mold development, design and concept development, we'll be able to make things faster, for our clients to develop, especially new concepts. We will be much faster than even the established players. So that is where the USP we are looking at.
And sir, one last question from my side. Why there's a increase in working capital in this financial year? Because the cash flow from operation has drastically come down versus last year.
See, if you look at what we borrowed is only 40 crores, but what we invested is 140 crores. Okay, so it was not that money is fungible. We were using those working capital funds which were available for capital needs indirectly. And when the capital needs were met, automatically the working capital needs are, in fact, the monies that have been collected in the QIP and all were kept in working capital account to save the interest. So when these monies were used, the working capital is coming to the natural level. But today, even at that level, our drawing power is close to 100 crores. But our utilization is hardly 69-70 crores. So there's still a big gap of unutilized working capital. You understand?
Okay. Yes, got it. Thank you very much, and best wishes on this. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Ladies and gentlemen, as there are no further questions, we have reached the end of question and answer session. I would now like to hand the conference over to the management for closing comments.
Thank you very much. Thanks to everybody for being a part of the conversation today. And in particular, I want to thank Nirmal for arranging this Concall and to the operator. Thank you very much, and wish you all a very great day ahead. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. On behalf of Nirmal Bang Equities, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You may now disconnect your line.